File 5, the package that arrived tomorrow.
The first time it happened, I thought it was just my phone doing that thing phones do when they're tired. Lagging, freezing, making you feel crazy for expecting it to work at 12:38 a.m. I'd been half asleep on the couch when the doorbell notification punched through the silence like a slap. Motion detected. Front door. I live alone in a building that locks at night, so I grabbed my phone and held it up like a shield. On the screen was my own porch. Wet pavement, streetlight glare, rain that looked like static, and a package sitting perfectly centered on the mat. The timestamp said, tomorrow. I stared at that tomorrow for a long second, like my brain could bully it into changing. Then I tapped the live view. The porch camera stuttered, went blocky, then sharpened again. The package was still there, but the angle felt off. Like the camera had been mounted half an inch higher than it really was. The building across the street looked familiar in shape, but the numbers on the door didn't match. I tried to convince myself it was an old clip, cached video from some other night, until a car rolled past and the headlights dragged a pale line across the wet concrete. That line slid right over the package, and the package didn't cast a shadow. I didn't open the door. I don't care what anyone says. If your phone tells you tomorrow is already outside your apartment, you don't go greeting it like a pizza delivery. I muted the notification and checked the app history. There were 3 clips, all dated tomorrow, all exactly 9 seconds long, and the thumbnails. They weren't the porch. They were my building's lobby, mailboxes and the bulletin board, shot from a corner angle that made my stomach tighten, because it was the angle you'd choose if you wanted to see who came in, and who didn't leave. I grabbed my keys anyway, not because I wanted to investigate, because I wanted to prove it was nothing. The hallway outside my unit was empty, but it had that late-night building smell. Wet carpet, old paint, metal. I walked toward the elevator and kept my phone up, recording, thumb hovering over the stop button like that would matter if something stepped out of a shadow. When the elevator arrived, the doors opened too smoothly. No ding, no little shudder. It was like the building was holding its breath. I hit L in the elevator because that's where the lobby is. The panel lit up like normal, but the number didn't. The screen above the doors stayed blank. I felt the elevator move, felt the pull in my knees. Then it stopped almost immediately, like it had only dropped half a floor. The doors opened on a landing I'd never seen. Concrete walls, a single light that buzzed like a trapped insect, and a metal sign bolted to the wall that said, L. Under it, someone had scratched a smaller word into the paint with something sharp. Live. There was a door at the end of the landing. Thick metal, painted over 100 times, like it existed before the building did. It wasn't labeled lobby. It wasn't labeled anything. But the handle was warm, like someone had been holding it from the other side. I turned my phone toward it, and the camera autofocus hunted, clicked in and out, like it didn't know what it was allowed to show. The screen flickered once, and for a single frame I saw the landing, from the ceiling corner, like a security camera had already claimed the shot. Then it went back to normal, and the door stood there pretending it had always belonged. I pushed the door open and felt relief hit so hard I almost laughed, because I was finally in the lobby. My lobby. Mailboxes on the left, bench on the right, bulletin board dead ahead, the same bland paint color, the same scuffed floor tile. But the relief didn't last. My eyes adjusted, and the wrongness started stacking up in quiet little ways. The building number stamped into the mailbox frame was off by 1 digit. The flyers were laid out the same way, but every date was tomorrow. Even the lost cat flyer looked new, like the building was printing fresh paint to keep up appearances. My phone screen went completely black. No camera feed, no icons, just white text centered like a final broadcast card. You're on air. And the second I read it, a TV appeared in the lobby, mounted above the mailboxes, clicked on by itself. Channel 7, static. That thick, snowy static that feels less like noise and more like something trying to talk with its mouth full. The sound wasn't loud, but it was sharp, like it had edges. The TV snow rolled and rolled and rolled, and my phone stayed black, like it was refusing to compete. In the snow, for one clean frame, the static cleared, and I saw myself standing exactly where I was standing. Same jacket, same posture, but filmed from behind. The angle was wrong, higher, backed up, like a camera on a shoulder, or a camera mounted in the corner, waiting. And the part that made my throat go dry was this. The me on the screen didn't move when I moved. He was delayed, like a broadcast with bad reception. Then the image snapped again, and the lobby TV showed the back of my head, too close now, like something had zoomed in to confirm it had the right target. I backed away from the mailboxes, slow, careful, because something in me understood the rule before it was explained. Don't give the camera a reason to chase. The elevator doors behind me were open again, waiting like a mouth. On the TV, the me filmed from behind took one step forward, then stopped, like it was waiting for direction. My phone finally came back on, but the camera app wasn't mine anymore. It had a red live dot in the corner, and a timer counting up. And when I turned my phone toward the lobby doors, the screen showed the entrance, from outside, in the rain. Like the broadcast had already jumped ahead to the part where I tried to leave. The lobby TV clicked once, just one hard click, and the image on it switched to the porch view with the package, sitting there, dated tomorrow, like it was still waiting to be opened. If you ever get a notification that doesn't make sense, a package dated tomorrow, a clip that claims you're already somewhere you haven't been yet, don't brush it off like a glitch. Because sometimes it's not a glitch. Sometimes it's a preview. And sometimes the camera doesn't start rolling when you hit record. It starts rolling when it decides you're worth watching. If you want more POV case files like this, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments what you'd do if your phone ever showed you a place you hadn't reached yet, because the next file is already buffering.